Okay. Girl, I got the 401, move the 401. Sipping lemonade while I shake.
Hey everybody, it is Kayla got the 411. I'm back today to give you guys another What's Good artist. So each week I've been interviewing a particular artist and shouting their music out on my show on YouTube, and also just doing a quick interview just to get to know them. So today I have Wilbert Aaron. He is from Philly. How you doing? Do you go by just Wilbert Aaron or just
How you doing? Thanks for
how?
having me. Wilbert is fine. Wilbert Aaron. Aaron is my middle name, so I just go by my first and middle name, Wilbert Aaron. My friends call me Will, but Wilbert is fine. Aaron is fine. Wilbert
Okay,
Aaron
I'm
is,
gonna
is
call you Will because it's a nice chill interview. So whenever I do interviews with people, I always ask, "What's good with you? How you doing? Is your family doing good with COVID going on? Like, how are you doing?"
um personally, COVID has been. I've kind of been able to enjoy just the what's it called, the lockdown aspect of COVID, because it's giving me
Oh,
time to work on family time and my
oh,
music. So I've just been able to, clear my head with having home time and alone time. So it's everything's been kind of going cool on my side. I can definitely say through everything I've been blessed because people going through
yeah.
it, and God has kept me real covered. I can say for sure.
Yeah, I think I've been telling people this, like, especially with COVID, it's giving you time to spend time with your family. It's getting you time to just reflect on yourself. And it seems like a lot of creators have been using this time to just focus on their craft. So I definitely understand what you mean by that. So are you ready to get into the interview?
Of course, let's get it. Let's get it popping.
So my first question for you is, how did you get into music? Like, what influenced you to get into music?
It was more so like a passive kind of thing. Like I don't know. When I first started making recordings, I was making them off like my iPod, and so
Yeah,
it was more so closer to everything being more of a dream than reality. Like I kind of had an idea that years later I could be a musician, but when I started, it kind of just was me
yeah,
wanting to redo certain songs that I liked. I just love to sing. I love listening to Chris Brown, listening to my sister.
yeah,
So it was definitely just me trying to see if I could record anything. I would find apps and stuff on my phone and like just play around with recording and pitching or putting my vocals together to make songs. It was a process that just started in middle school. So it wasn't anything in
yeah.
particular. I didn't even get to go to the studio for the first time until 10th grade. And I was like doing little audio recordings here and there. That's what I call them now, like voice memos.
Yeah, I discovered you on Instagram, and I was like, "Ooh!" Anytime a lot of music come through the promotions on Instagram, a few of them I go check out. I'm like, "Ooh, this guy is talented."
Thank
And
you.
the first song of yours that I really caught my eye was "I Know Girls Need Love." So that is pretty much the male version of Summer Walker's "Girls Need Love." So we're gonna play that, and we're gonna let you talk about it because honestly, I like your version better.
Thank you. Thank
Your version is dope. And I have a dope episode tomorrow, Walking Wednesday episode called All the Single Ladies. Just getting a group of amazing black women who have things going on for themselves. And a lot of people like that song because I used it for the promo. So we're gonna play that now. Oh, na, 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 oh, yeah. WRN. You're telling me you're trying to stay focused. Yes. And you must think I gotta be joking when I say I feel your pain, babe. I feel the same way. So if you're free tonight, then girl, come get some me. I know you need some. Yo, this song is dope. Even you know it's dope. Look at you. Yo,
For
you
me,
did that.
thank you. For me,
Yeah.
the song, I don't know. I don't really listen to it that often because since I recorded that song, I feel like I've grown way more, or at a different. I'm at a different level than I was.
Yeah.
So it's
yeah,
like
we're gonna get there because your music just kept getting better.
thank
But
you.
I think that I haven't heard a male. I know people do covers all the time. I haven't heard a male version that sound that good, honestly.
Thank you.
So
Thank
what
you.
was your inspiration? Did you go into it like talking about something personal, or just you kind of listen to what Summer was saying and was like, okay, let me just speak from a male's point of view?
Yeah, it was definitely let me speak from a male's point of view. I heard the song and I liked the song when it came out. I thought it was super cool. Um, I was trying to find ways that I could showcase myself as a growing artist and still
Yes.
make it my own. Because I don't want to just be a cover artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know that, growing from a small, base at, when you first start out, you need to do these covers just to show people what you got. So that song for me,
Yeah.
I just was like, I like it. I like what she was talking about. I love the message in that song. And I just thought that it needed
Yeah.
a male perspective that didn't take away from what I feel like she was trying to, you know what I'm saying, say in that song. So
That's it. Exactly. That's a dope way of explaining it. And you're only 19 years old, but sir, your music don't sound like that.
I know it's funny. People tell me that, and
No.
the person who gets on me the most about that is my mother. So it's definitely been it's funny. It's funny. I get a lot of different, feedback about being young and the certain stuff I choose to talk about, which is why I also haven't crossed certain lines with my music. Like there's certain things I won't say just because I'm not trying
Yeah.
to appear. Like, I don't know. I can appreciate when any kind of music from anybody, but I don't want to be like the out of pocket young boy who's like, saying all these
Yeah.
things. They're talking about all
It's
these
not
things.
even your language either. It's kind of like your voice is very strong. I know you said Chris Brown was one of your influences. You remember that stage when he first came out, his voice was like really high pitched. And it took him he had to grow as a man to have his voice sound powerful. So you're still a young man, you're a man still, but you're still a young man. Your voice sounds powerful. That's what I
Thank
meant from
you.
that. Like, you
Thank
have a lot of range.
Thank you.
So I know we talked about this. There's a particular single that I love that your sister is on. And I know you talked about your sister. She's also an artist and she was your vocal coach. She inspired you to make music.
Right.
So how is it making music with your sister? Because she's dope too. I went on her page too.
Oh, making music with Skinny. I call her Skinny. I don't know. She brings we have such a different upbringings with the music. So she always gives me what I feel like I don't have. You know what I'm saying? When I feel like I've reached a certain level, okay, I need like certain, expertise that she has through her experience and her just being older in general. So it's always fun. That's the answer to the question. Making music with my sister is fun because, like, say if I write something, maybe I'm not vocally where I'm not vocally where she is, but I know that if I write something, she can take it exactly where I was in my mind when I came up with it. You know what I'm saying? So when we wrote Time Out together, she kind of was, putting her flair in places where I didn't think, to add stuff in there. And so,
Especially that beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and play that now. The way she came in, that was dope. And this is called Time Out. And what's your sister's name?
Corinne Marnay.
Smoking the air, you know that we vibe. We turn it up, you can tell by the light. But you look like you want to go somewhere private. If that's what you want, girl, I'm find it.
This is a dope song.
You push it on me.
There's a lot of artists that are actually established. And this sounds like you. This sounds like a first single for you, honestly.
Thank you.
I'm gonna let it go out into her verse a little bit too. Yeah, she slayed that. So do you guys come from a musical family background? Because, I mean, come on now. We don't have as many family members that both can sing.
So I'm gonna be honest. I got a couple siblings, and we all are musically involved. When I was young, my mom, it was kind of my mom's dream to have a musical family. So growing up, she made sure
Oh,
that we
okay.
were in the choir. She made sure that we
Yep.
played instruments growing up. So I also played a saxophone. I haven't been
Oh,
playing it
wow.
in a while. Like I don't think I played it in at least a year now. I haven't played it in like a year,
Yeah.
but I was playing it since fourth grade, and all the way up until maybe my last um year or two of high school is when I stopped playing for like the school band and stuff. So I was playing it for a long time, and she just kept us musical. So my little sister sings. She's phenomenal. Like when she's old enough to decide if this is what she wants to do or not, or put
Yeah.
herself out here like that, then I think everybody would enjoy what she has to offer. My younger,
How old is your
oh,
little sister?
she's 15 now.
Okay.
Um, so honestly, all of my
Dang.
all of my siblings, we definitely we do the music. We love singing. My mother sings. She just is not trying to be an artist. Me and my sister
Yeah.
are the only ones right now that are trying to make this possibility of a dream be something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As we were coming up, it kind of was just like my sister was always leading and you know what I'm saying, showing us what's possible with being an artist and musician and a singer. And so when we decided that okay, now it's time to not let this be some what if kind of dream. Let's put
Yeah.
some work behind it. So right now, everybody in our family is musical, but we're the ones that's just putting out songs. Is my answer. So I do have a very
Wow.
musical family. My dad, I remember he used to show me how to play little stuff on the piano. He was real cool on the piano, even though he didn't
Yeah.
read music. He was just always cool playing by ear and all of that stuff. So yeah, music has been a big part of my life forever. I don't think it'll ever go anywhere. I can't imagine a world without music.
That's dope. And I'm glad that I had you on the show because I like to see people talking about their passion when it comes to music. So what is your creative process? Like, do you have a particular vibe? Do you just go in the studio? Do you write things out or you freestyle? What is your creative process?
My creative process have changed over the years. When I was, writing songs in class, I was supposed to be listening. That was before I had
Yeah.
access to just recording stuff. So I had to write all of my songs out before I would go to the studio because I didn't have a setup of my own where I could build it piece by piece, just
Yeah.
freestyling and stuff. So I would have to get the beat and it would be off YouTube, find some instrumentals
Yeah.
that I like, rip them off YouTube and write to them in my notes. My process is I kind of just like to let the beat play and try to find my melodies first. Like I like finding
Yeah.
the melodies and cadences, and then once I find that, I put the words just comes to me afterwards. As
Mm.
I'm starting to see that as I get better with songwriting, you start to be able to write it in your head faster. So when I'm hanging with people that have been doing it for a long time, I can
Yeah.
tell the difference in experience. Like when you've been doing it for a long time, people do write songs in their head, line by line, making it up, and it sounds like they wrote it. You know what I'm saying? Or that they're not just trying
Mm-hmm.
to get there. So I'm like somewhere in between freestyling up songs and writing things down and piecing things together and just it's not necessarily I don't know. I don't really have a step one, step two process, but if I feel
Yeah.
compelled to write by a song or by a beat, then it comes easier. Like I just gotta feel it. If I feel it, the melodies come out. If I'm feeling the melodies, then I really need to put words to them now.
Yeah.
So then everything just kind of keeps coming in a way that makes me want to tie it all together. It always feels like it's just pieces and you're finally molding it into something, and then
Yeah. Like it fits together.
like after a little bit, because
Have
sometimes
you went through this writer's block?
yes,
Do you
sometimes
have
it
writer's block?
frustrates me. Yeah, it frustrates me. Yeah, and I have to just turn it all off because if I'm learning how not to be hard on myself. When I decide to
Mm-hmm.
record something, I don't like not having something by the end of the time I just put in to listen to or listen back. So say I decide to
Mm-hmm.
record all day and I couldn't get nothing, tangible done in that time period, it makes me feel frustrated. And so when I get writer's block, I just gotta turn it off and get inspired, again. So,
Mm-hmm.
as musicians, we just
Hey,
want to be able to do it all the time, but you can't.
real creatives know what you mean by that, because I know sometimes I'm like, man, I just don't even have I don't know what's the next idea. But
Right.
sometimes when it hits you, it's like, oh man, I'm sure you went through that when you had a song or idea for a song. You're like, oh man, it just came to you out of nowhere when you were just stuck. So I'm gonna let you pick the next song we're gonna play. I'm saving ASAP for last.
All right.
So what about With You, In Love, All I'm Asking, or I Got You?
I guess we can talk about With You.
Okay.
I like that song.
And this song is With You, also featuring Sister Kareem Running.
Mhm.
This is a fun song.
Your soul is so pretty, I the way you vibing with me. A universe so bright, your eyes by the light for the city. With eyes like stars, I would drive my mind to Mars. Frequency just right, you know what is in tune as you are. You wanna just ride with me, kick back, get high with me. Don't need no sex, baby, it's fine with me. Rather just chill, believe me, I know how you feel. If they don't enjoy that, it's fine, cause we will. We wanna fun tonight together. Positivity.
Yeah, I think this song right here really shows your range too, because this is like a real fun song,
Thank you.
like a summer song. Some people
Yeah,
may consider it pop. You think it's a little popish?
definitely. I was going for a song that could be a summer song. This song was just supposed to be something that was
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be fun and family oriented. Like I actually that song is super old. I had a version that me and her had put out, and I was 16 when I wrote that song. But our equipment that we
Oh,
had was real like it was less than. So we went to the studio to redo that song in 2018.
yeah.
Um, Yeah, that song is super old. I just was thinking to myself, there was this
Those be
dollar
the
store
songs that
headset.
pop.
I know I recorded that on a dollar store headset. It was like it had a little mic that hung off and we was just passing it
Yeah.
back and forth. This was just when I was getting into first getting into it. And the version we had, it was awful because the execution wasn't where I don't know, when I re-recorded it, I could sing better. When I first
Okay.
recorded it, it wasn't even just the vocals that was bad. I didn't know how to mix and engineer or any of this, so it was bad. We took it to the studio, and then that's when we came up with that version, and that was fun. That was pretty fun. But it's supposed to be a fun
It
summer
is.
song that didn't necessarily have any kind of undertones to it, but I like it. I really do like it. And I don't know the range. I remember writing it
Yeah.
at work. That was one of the back when I had
You
to.
wrote it at work? Where was you working at
I
the
was
time?
I was that was when it took me a little longer to write songs, maybe like a week to write like
Okay.
a full song out. And so I was taking it to work with me, like on my phone. I had it in my notes. And I remember going on break and my boss would come in and be like, "Yo, you like 15 minutes over your time. Like, what's up with you?" I'm like, "Oh, snap. Like, my bad, my bad." But I just was in there. I remember with the headphones on, with the melodies, trying to work out where to take the verses and the lyrics next. But yeah, hopefully that song gets to the shine that I would want it to when as time goes on.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
I might
happened
have
to a
to.
lot of songs. I
Yeah,
know Lizzo. Remember Lizzo, that song that went big? That song was super old. And it just, you know, I guess it takes the right people to catch the right song. So I like that song a lot. So are you dating? I always ask men, like, are you dating somebody, just in case a female is watching and she want to know?
I'm definitely
because your music is very.
I feel like I write my music in a way that is for people in relationships. You know what I'm saying? I haven't all of my, because when I write, it's from personal experience, and then I flare it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm married. I'm off the market. I'm off the market for sure.
You married? Good.
Like, no, I'm not married, but I'm married. I'm married. Is what I'm saying. I'm married.
Okay. You legally married?
I'm not legally married, but I got wifey. I got wifey with me right now.
Right. See, first of all, black men, this is how you claim your woman. Okay, take notes. Okay, you shout your woman out. You don't wait until like later down the line. He's shouting his woman out now because he's on his way. Okay, black men. Okay.
Come on.
Because you know, men, they be out here hiring women.
I know it's a bad joint for sure. Like, I don't know what's up with them. Not over here all.
So how is it being in a relationship, and like, is she able to like support your music? And
I'm gonna be honest,
how does she feel about your music?
One of the biggest supporters of my music. And just this year, she's actually been with me to see a lot of my growth. Like, to the point, so I met her in college, my first year of college, and been with her ever since. She was there with me while I was writing a lot of my songs, becoming who I am now. You know what I'm saying? So she's always been supportive, loves my music. She's actually working to be a producer. So one day it's gonna be the two of us.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't wait for that. And
especially being with music, you have somebody in your life that supports what you do, for one, and two, they understand the brand. So if you're in the studio late, she understands it because she's probably in the studio late. So it probably works out. What's her name? Shout out.
Kenzo. Her name is Mackenzie, and I'm gonna have to give her my last name when it's song for sure. So I'm Richardson. Pending.
That's so dope. We're gonna need you to do that ASAP. We're gonna need you to do that ASAP, okay, Wilbert? And we're gonna shift that into your next song ASAP.
ASAP. Let's get it.
Yes, ASAP is a more recent song. So tell me the inspiration behind that song before I play it.
Okay, so the person who made the beat, he is a producer who I've always went to when I was looking at songs coming up, you know, in middle school and into high school, and I always loved his music. So when I heard this beat, I knew I needed to get on this beat. And so ASAP, the melody, I was playing around with that melody for a while, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't know how I wanted to make it. I don't know. One day I just decided I was just going to write to this beat, and ASAP kind of just came out through that, and I was able to get it recorded. This year, I don't know, recorded music, I'm all stuttering and whatnot. Recorded music was hard because I didn't have a computer until November of last year. So there were songs that I had started in my notes that I didn't get to finish because studio time costs a lot of money depending on where you want to go or how you want to sound, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've heard that a lot from artists. It's like, especially right now with the studio, it's like, are they letting, like, how does studio time work? Like, is there somebody in there, or can you go in there, just book the studio time and do it yourself? You don't have to interact.
I think so. They limit on how many people can come in per session, depending on the studio owners. So if the studio is only ran by one person, he's always going to be in there. I don't know if you'd have to be a very trusting person to let somebody, you know what I'm saying, or to rent the studio out. So the studio that me and Corinne go to, that we recorded those songs at, he actually had us wait, you know, until it was us in the booth out in the lobby, you know what I'm saying, mask on until it was time for us to come in and record. So with COVID going on, music is definitely getting done still. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay, that's
just
good.
trying their best to follow safety, protocols and stuff. People is trying to go for sure.
That's good. So let's go into the single ASAP.
Follow me, hold my hands to your body. It's so soft and you're so sweet. Soon as I get in the crib, feeling on your knees. I your back with the ass on me, girl. We get back with that's all I need. Soon as I walk in the door. Pretty soon, throw your hips like a mermaid do. Ocean deep, but we need the blue. Soon as I walk in the door,
I love this song. This is a nasty song. It ain't too nasty, like, but it's like perfect. It's like a tease. So that was your single ASAP.
It was funny.
I
started writing this song. I started with the hook as I wrote this song. And the first couple lines, I thought to myself, do I want to take it there or do I want to keep it, you know what I'm saying, real on the fence?
Yeah.
And since then, I've learned how exactly to write on the fence. It just takes more creative thought processing. Like, you just got to really think, how can I say what I want to say in a way that they know what I'm saying, but I'm not saying it, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of, I gave in a little bit on ASAP and just was more, I just was more true to, I'm not trying to hide it. Like, I can't lie and say or act like it wasn't.
Yeah, because you grown, but I think it's a perfect mixture. Like, it definitely can go on the radio. You know how some songs, like, they try to put on the radio, it's like, sir, like, you talking about your penis throughout the whole song. They can't even play it.
Right.
That song can easily go on radio and not much has to be done to it.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
To say, like, raunchy stuff, I don't know, like like using certain words, like I probably won't say the P word, you know what I'm saying, just openly in my songs until maybe like later down the line. But it's for me, I don't know, because if I'm going to use any kind of language, I try not to put it in places where maybe it would be like, and like I wouldn't do it in the hook, you know what I'm saying? Except for this song, the way that the beat was made, I had to make a big hook. So I just decided I was going to play around with it a little bit, get a little dicey in there with the with the hook. I like this song. Yeah, I thought that it's definitely you know what type of song it is. Like, you know what type of song it is. And I was hoping that I did mask it just enough so that it's not like, oh, like, come on, bro. Like, what you
think? It's not. Look, doing this segment, I've heard a lot of songs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. And then it's so crazy because you know how Instagram is. It's like, I always try to run, they got me. I tried to run a promo on your song today.
Yeah.
Time out. And then Instagram, they were playing with me. They wouldn't let me do it.
Oh,
and it was like,
they was playing with me. They was playing. I couldn't even
promote. Come on now.
I couldn't even promote the video because it kept saying the video itself was too sexually provocative, and it was girls twerking in there. I was like, come on, y'all, like, y'all can watch this video.
Like, come on, man. Like, I've seen worse.
Horrible words.
I've seen worse. So we're gonna try again tomorrow. To do the next song. I think I just need to,
Yeah.
I don't know Instagram.
I feel like they just pick and choose. Like, they definitely pick and choose. I specifically made it so that their song wasn't explicit. Like, I don't know, that song's not even about anything crazy.
No.
But the way we came up with that song was probably one of my favorite happenings of a song. It was just playing, and Put That Ass in Timeout was a throwaway melody that I kind of just was playing, like, when I recorded it by accident, and we both was like, no, we might as well just go with that, because
you said by accident.
Yeah, like
that's how you know you talented. You said by accident.
Thank you. I said when I had said it, it just, I mumble and come up with my different melodies and lyrics, and sometimes words will come with it. Sometimes I can freestyle a couple lines. That's how I know it gets to a certain point where you can freestyle an entire song, because if I catch that vibe, I can freestyle and really put things together. But that was just a piece that came out of us playing around, trying to vibe on the beat, and we was like, we should leave it in there and make it the hook so that it's fun. The melody was nice.
It
you know
is.
what I'm saying? And so that's how that came about. But it wasn't something that I was like, bet this song sounds like I'm gonna say that. And it was just and we flowed with it. One of those happy mistakes. Yeah.
Smoke in the air and you know that we vibing. Colors is vibrant. Smoke in the air and you know that we vibing. We turn it up, you can tell by the lighting. But you look like you wanna go somewhere private. If that's what you want, then girl, I won't fight it. You pushing on me, you're moving, it's soothing. I feel your body, we grooving. Let's do this, 'cause after we get started, it's too late. You're mine, babe, feeling on your body, you juicy. I'm gonna put that ass in time out. I'ma put that ass in time out.
I like it though. I really like that song. But I wish Instagram would stop playing, because more people hear about that one.
Especially with us black creators. So what is throughout your music career, because you're still going, you have a lot to accomplish.
Right.
So what is the best advice someone has ever gave you when it comes to music? Something that you'll never forget. It's gonna always stay with you.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like it's. I don't really have like one-liners that stick with me. But if I can culminate the type of advice that I've gotten that keeps me going, the kind of advice that tells me not to compare myself to others and to trust the process. Probably trust the process. If and learning it, you know, getting more closer to what needs to happen before I can make this a career for myself. Learning what trust the process means is why I don't know, like I can't give up. It teaches me not to give up. It teaches me to appreciate where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, in this journey. Yeah.
Wait, did it black out on me?
Just for a quick second, for the quickest second.
Yo, Zoom, look at Zoom. Y'all need to get it together. I'll pay y'all. Y'all gotta stop doing this to me.
Oh, you got
okay, so go ahead. I think that's what you said about comparing yourself. Like even with me, I know I just try to stay focused on me and what I'm doing. Cause I feel like once I start looking at everybody else, I start getting distracted on my own creativity process. And comparing yourself like, why are they? I like how they. I don't know. It seems like it distracts me. Is that what you meant by that?
Yeah, and it's definitely. It's facilitated by social media too. Like always people posting, you only get to see the best parts of everybody. And so you have people that you look up to and they always posting their next song or they're just always just showing you something that you're trying to do. It's easy to look at where you at, you know what I'm saying? But just the superficial part, like for myself, I tried not to compare myself to even other songwriters that I know. Like I already have Chris Brown to, you know what I'm saying, to relate and compare to, and he's already the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? That's already on my mind 24/7.
Appreciate that you said that, because I really hate the fact that they be really trying to sleep on Chris. Like, I feel like even when he's such a young man still, I feel like he is legendary status, in my opinion. That's how I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, they don't really appreciate people until they old and gray and can't even, you know, get their flowers. So, you know, I hope more people, you know, consider him.
There's a lot of, like, even females, it's easy for me to see Chris Brown's influence in females too. Like, but because it's girl voices, you can't really tell where they might have got certain things from. But I can tell, like, Chris Brown has definitely impacted everything with this music as far as R&B is concerned. And what's been hard having Chris Brown as somebody you look up to is he's so versatile that it's not like you can take his style to any other genre. He's been there. Like he be on the EDM and the pop and
Spanish song. He on Spanish song too, right?
Songs and stuff
Yeah.
and Caribbean type songs and or reggae, whatever the genre is. I don't know this
Yeah, he takes risks with his music, and sometimes it's okay to take risks. Hey, I think it helps you grow when you take risks, and I think he's definitely taking risks, and that's why I think that I think he's the king. Would you consider him the king right now, live?
Yeah, what?
I think so too.
Chris Brown is the king of R&B right now, like king of R&B. King of R&B. I'll say king of R&B only because there's some pop legends out there right now that's really good.
Yeah,
I
really think so too.
Pop. But Chris Brown, if he wanted to go pop and stay pop, eat it up there. Anywhere he goes, I think he just makes it so that I don't know. You just gotta respect it. It's clear hate when people don't give Chris Brown his props. But I just had to learn.
Yeah, you gotta separate the personal.
Right. Yeah. It'd be a lot. People still dragging that man for that stuff. Like it'd be weirdos in the comments.
I was in ninth grade in high school around that time too. I remember I was in ninth grade, so that was a long time ago. Look, I ain't old now. I'm 29. I ain't that old, but still,
it was like 10, 12. I don't know how.
So you probably was like in elementary.
Yeah, I was little.
Yeah.
I used to think he didn't do it. I don't know. When I was younger, I was like, why would he do that? Like, what?
I did too. I remember I came in ninth grade, and one of my friends at the time, she was like, "You guys heard what happened to Chris Brown?" I was like, "You lying?"
Give me a
She's like, "Yes, it happened." I was like, "Why would he do that?" And I was like, "Oh, okay." But people make mistakes, and I think that with growth, like when you're able to admit that you made a mistake and apologize for it and be sincere about it, like you have to forgive people like that, So,
yeah.
So what's next for you, Wilbert?
You're in here. I'm like,
What's up, Karen?
hey, did you come in?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in the middle of an interview.
Yes.
Love you.
Take my tray back.
That's Karen right now.
Oh, that's your sister. She's dope too. Tell her to
Yeah.
listen to her music. She's talented.
I will let her know. So I'll probably make her watch this joint just so she can hear me.
It'll be on YouTube on Friday. It'll be on Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio. Kayla got the phone one that's everywhere. So with COVID going on, like what's next for you? You working on an EP or?
So everybody, I need to start working on the EP. I haven't put my focus in making a project yet. I'm trying to get into songwriting, and so a lot of my time and hair coming up. A lot of my time has been going into trying to get songs placed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because as an artist right now, the money is not there. But I love the music so much, and I spend so much time with it that I can't afford not to be making money with it. And that's also this new thing I'm trying to get into as far as songwriting. It's taught me a little bit more about the industry that kind of stays covered up because you're forced to deal with the actual business of it. You know what I'm saying? When you're an independent artist dropping songs, you can kind of go pretty far without having to think about certain things or how people act in the industry. Not even the business. Because there was things that I had an understanding about, but just as far as like people who charge to help get your song heard, or it's a lot of gatekeepers. It's a lot of weirdos in the industry. So what's next for me? Hopefully it would definitely be to put a project together. I haven't had time, like I said, to think about what I even want to embody yet. You know what I'm saying? For me, my music has just been me seeing where I could be as far as the skill level and what it sounds like. But I've been learning how to just embody the artist in myself. Like it's weird. I don't know. Like the teenage woes be hitting me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like figure out life, and it's just I don't know. I'm not sure what's next. I need to get more organized with it, but at the moment, I'm just trying to write songs. I've been growing a lot over the past like 6 months period. Just writing
Yeah.
songs and putting them, you know, sending them out and getting new music. And this year alone has taken me away from like YouTube. Now I'm making connections with, you know, producers and songwriters and A&R.
Mm-hmm.
So getting into songwriting connected me to what this, it's just like this background web that nobody really knows about until you start getting into the business, you know what I'm saying? And the whole
Yeah.
trust the process thing, it's daunting, you know what I'm saying? Seeing everybody and their mom trying to be a singer and artist, it makes it
Yeah.
seem like it's you know, it's a shot, you know, what's it, a shot in a barrel, shot in something like that.
And then it's like, is it really your passion too? Sometimes you look at people like, are you doing it for clout or is this really your passion?
Right.
And that's why I was like, I like to do my research on people before I ask them on the show, because I listen to your music. Once I have you on my show, I'm going to always listen to your music. I got your music already on my Spotify playlist, okay? I done sent it to a few ladies and stuff. So I like to kind of just vibe you out. And I see that you're very passionate about your music. And I already know. I always tell people, when you make it, make sure you tell people that you had an interview with Kayla got the one.
Oh, Kurt, no. But what's crazy is when you sent me the message, I didn't see it at first, and I was like, dang, yo, no, I can't like not. Like she just came and asked me to do an interview. Which, what I can say, people probably you're expecting yourself to just one day be this, I don't know, at the pinnacle. I don't know. I had to just remind myself that you have to build. And so I see you building, and I had to support. I love to support. Like I don't.
Thank you. That's why, you know,
for sure.
That's why I wanted to do this, because I do like, you know, reactions on YouTube, and people like rappers like, hey, I'll pay you to do one. I'm like, no, I don't like your song. You know, I was like, oh, okay, why not I just find like talented artists? So when people are watching my videos, it's like, boom, they're going to be your music. And I just love the way it flows like that, because people are already tuned into music. People are so invested in music. So it opens up ideas like, okay, let me go check out this guy's music. So that is the goal of it, to give back too also. So I thank you so much, Wilbert, for being on this interview for me.
Thank you for
being so polite and being engaged and stuff. Like, we talked a long time. I'm surprised.
We did talk a long time. Like, we sure did.
You're passionate about what you do, and it shows.
Thank you.
Definitely.
I can't stress it like enough. Like I love the music, and I just, while getting my life together, trying to fit this music in a way that's gonna add to my life and not be something that's, you know, bringing me down. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes so much money just to put yourself out there. Like, doing everything on your own is hard.
I be telling people, it really do. You have to invest in yourself. Like, even I got a promotion at work. I was like, okay. The first thing I was thinking about, like, oh, this is more money for my brand. You know, that's how I was looking at it. So you just got to put a little money and time to invest in yourself. It'll pay off. You know, I always feel like it's always going to pay off.
And I guess that advice that I love, because there's no, you know, definite timer on when it's going to blow, you know what I'm saying, when it's going to be, the trust the process for me just keeps it so that I'm never swamping myself with, you know, the negative, the doubt, because you always got somebody that's showing you what you feel like you could be at, and then you look around, and that's that comparing stuff. Like, you gotta like, everybody's first everything was you know, was where it was. I don't know. Everybody has to just build it. So I'm just trying to keep, you know, a cool head. Like, I'm trying to keep a cool head, because it do be scary. Like, it's definitely scary. Me and my sister being the one stepping out into entrepreneurship in the family, it was scary, but it was a drive that I wouldn't trade for anything. Like, I'd rather risk it all with this music than to dream about if I did it or not. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly. Especially these days, it's like, man, we don't know when the world gonna end. Might as well go for it. Hey.
And I'm just prepared to go for it. Like, so I respect you for having your show and what you're trying to create. And so my advice to you is don't quit. Like, don't quit. Nobody should quit. Like, I think, especially us being Black, we just need to make it happen for ourselves, because I don't want to work for nobody else. Like, I don't feel like doing it.
Yo, I dread. Look, I make good money in my corporate job, but I can't stand them people, honestly. But I got bills, I got a house, I got a child. You just got to do what you got to do until the dream come true. And I'm like, soon as like God bless me, like I'm out of here. But they don't have to know that. Right. So I appreciate you. What's your sign? Like, you're really creative.
Taurus. I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, Taurus. Okay, I don't get no Taurus vibe from you.
What you get?
I don't know. You seem real like. Taurus is a kind of stubborn. Are you stubborn?
Yes. You talking about something?
Thank you. Who was that?
That's my love in the bed.
Hi, he loves you. He said nice things about you. I'm Kayla McKenzie. Okay, so yes, she confirmed it. Okay.
Because I don't know. I definitely love to stand on my idea of what I believe is right, and I'm learning not to let that be something that's detrimental. Being too stubborn on certain things when you can't maneuver, it makes everything hard. So I am stubborn, but I try to be or heed good advice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just might take me a little bit to understand it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the stubbornness is perceived. Like,
it's okay.
You tell me all the time. Listen. So
that was a dope interview, you guys. So this is Wilbert Albert. So also I'm going to be playing I Know Girls Need Love as my promo tomorrow, because I have a special Whopping Wednesday episode with a group of fabulous Black entrepreneurs that are Black women, and that song fit perfectly for it. So I'm going to stop the recording now.
Nobody knows my name. Baby, I'm just trying to treat you right, 'cause you got everything I need, and you the only reason why a nigga can sleep at night. Whenever I trip, you give me peace of mind. Tell you all my secrets, talking to you keeps me comfortable. I'm in the deep end, show the deep and all my love for you. Show you my weakness, I know I can open up to you. Break down my defense, promise I ain't leaving. Where we going, we diving in the ocean.
Hey y'all, it's Kayla Got the 411. If you want to keep up with me, all you got to do is just go to Google Kayla Got the 411. It will let you know everything that I have going on that first page. I have made sure of that. Or you can just go to YouTube, my main channel, and watch the show, and make sure you subscribe. Thank you to everyone who leaves amazing comments and reviews under the comments. I read them and I truly appreciate them to the point they make me tear up. Also, my streams on Apple have been going up, so that lets me know that you guys are enjoying the audio from the videos on YouTube. So if you're listening on Apple, go ahead and drop your girl a review. And I truly appreciate everything that people are saying, nice comments. You know, if I'm able to make you laugh and smile, that's all that matters to me. My content clearly shows that I enjoy doing what I'm doing, because I always have a good time. And just a quick update that I'm now on Pandora Podcast. So you can listen to me on Spotify, Apple, Google, Pandora, iHeartRadio, and of course watch me on YouTube. So thank y'all so much, and I appreciate all the support, truly.